Hello and welcome. My name's Brendan, and 3 months ago I began making my dream game, Bloobs Adventure Idle. The game was set out to be a RuneScape inspired, fully idle game where the player gets to make the choices, gets to decide what the character gets to do, and the system will automatically navigate them around the world according to the player's choices. Okay, and we're back. We are now in game in the Unity engine. I'm going to briefly go over how the game works, how I designed it to work, and I can show you in engine what is happening. So I've clicked on the copper ore. My player, the blue, is now gone and navigated over to that ore. We set the target through a list in the mining skill script, and it gets the position and gets NavMesh to move to, and NavMesh does the rest. It's a bit more complicated, but that's how the system works. Now, I wanted this system to be similar across every skill, meaning that anything we click on in the world, so if it's a NPC, if it's a tree, a ore, a fish, the same action would be applied. So the system would be automatically only target that thing you clicked. So this had to go across every single thing that I then designed from that point. So, regarding the economy in the game, I purposely didn't put a stack amount limit on the player. I did this for various reasons. The game is idle. You're meant to be able to farm as much as you wanted. Now, restricting this would have took away from what I wanted the game to be. So, I made it so you can basically farm as much as you want, and the game will just keep doing it until you decide to do otherwise. The game has tooltips across everything to show you all this information. So let's just go into the actual game view. So if we go into Nigel's tools, so we can go into a shop, we can hover over any of these items and they will display certain information. It'll display if it's a tool that's required for mining, it'll tell you the level. So if we bought something else, it'll tell us the level for that. And we can also sell things to the shop, anything that we'd like. And if we go and buy an axe, for instance, it will tell us that it has a required woodcutting level of 1. It also tells you the value of every single item in the game. Now, I wanted this world to be a living, breathing world. Now, when it comes to being the single developer on the game, this is a pretty big task, considering I want this to be inspired by games like RuneScape, like World of Warcraft, like Minecraft, like Diablo. All my favorite games in one, but in an idle sense. So you've got these vast, massive worlds, but you also want the game to be idle. So this was quite a big feat for me from the start. Now, that was all well and good, wanting the system to target and stay on that target and everything else. But as you just seen, we needed a level up systems. We needed an XP structure. We needed information to feed to the player. We needed tools. We need equipment. We need all these various different systems that interlink with each other. We need game juice. We need game feel. So, as you can see, there is certain elements of that in the game right now, and all these systems are spread across all the different skills. Now, if we hover over into our menu system, which is how I call it through the code, we have a bunch of tabs down here, which all do things. So the combat tab, any style that you pick, you are then training that skill, and then you have certain options like the auto eater, auto looter, the auto berry, and then these skills too, you're able to control what you want to do. Some skills require you to use these, and some skills don't currently. So as I said, all these skills needed these various systems. They needed the XP structure, they needed the level up, they needed the achievement. We also need some type of total level system to basically collate all these levels together to give you your total level. Okay, now what do we do with this total level? Do we get feedback? Yes, of course. Okay, so when we have certain milestones of the total level number, we display a message on the screen and basically, giving the player a sense of feedback, a sense of you've actually accomplished something. I wanted that to be throughout the game. Now, something I've added very recently was the progress bars on the skill UI. So basically, we have 4 different colors on the UI, which basically shows your progress across the skills. We have red, then we go to a yellow, then we go to then we go to a orange, and then we go to a green. Basically, shows you how close you are to the next level. I also display the information for the player in the bottom left-hand corner, so they can see that as well. So if they aren't actively doing that skill, they can see, oh, okay, I only need 14 more XP now in fishing. Okay, I'll go do some fishing. So that was very important. Now, recently I've been making new systems, like the home teleport system, which I'm very happy, works perfect. So recently the combat skills have come out, which was an update where I added 7 different skills at once. So we added attack, strength, defense, range, devotion, magic, and hit points. Attack is your accuracy stat, strength is your damage stat, and defense is your damage reduction stat. Now this changes up when you are training range or magic. Magic and range basically have the same systems that strength and attack do, but work independently. So whereas attack and strength use the melee system and they have to both use the accuracy stat and the damage stat, the range and magic system have their own accuracy and their own damage stat. But we also use the defense stat too, so obviously we can negate damage from NPCs. Okay, now I've finished cooking them. I'm going to show you around the world. I've been doing a lot of updates recently. This world has been sort of a big, massive test box, and now I'm starting to bring the world together and make it feel like a living, breathing world. There's still a lot to go, a lot to do within the world itself. So I wanted to show you this new system that I've added very recently. It's currently in testing, and it does work with the auto navigation systems in the game. Let's just close this UI so you can see a bit more on the screen. So if we click just here, we'll teleport into a new area in the game. Now this is achieved using a NavMesh link. Let me quickly show you this. Okay, so now I've gotten to the right component. I wanted to show you how this link works. So you can see here that we have a point from where we teleport from and where we teleport to. Now these blue boxes, hopefully you can see these. These blue boxes in the world represent the places you can walk and the places you can't walk. So we have to link these places together, because when we teleport using NavMesh Warp, the NavMesh system needs to know that it can go over there. So let me go back into the teleport and go to the link. And what we have to do over here, if you can just do it this way, we can see that we have the NavMesh link. We have to have our start point and the end point. So basically we're linking the 2 parts of the maps together, so the NavMesh system knows it can be over there because it's got all these separate areas around it. So that's kind of how that system works. I can do something on it in the future and explain a bit more. Okay, let's get back into the game. Okay, and now we're back into the new cave area that I've recently made. Still being a work in progress. Now, I wanted this system to kind of work like Pokemon. When you go into a building and it goes into a different area, basically the some things do differently. So one system will either disable everything else and enable one thing, or you'll be teleported somewhere totally different, which is what we do, well, what I do in the game. So I teleport you somewhere totally different. So I'm very happy with this system, and it can be expanded on and made much better. So I've added some new owls on the walls. These use a different type of graphic, which is from Raven Fantasy's tile set. So I've recolored them and made them fit for purpose in this world. So they share our color schemes for our current ores. Now we're over here, right, and we are mining silver. So say I wanted to mine copper. Okay, what's going to happen? Yes, there is some little bugs with it at the moment, with the blue not facing the right direction, but that's fine, we can fix that. The blue will navigate over. Now that happened because we had that navigation link. If that link was not there, the blue would just walk around mindlessly. It wouldn't know what to do. It would just walk back, walk forward. It wouldn't know what to do. It'd be trying, but because we didn't have that link that linked these two maps together, well, the nav mesh surfaces together, we won't be able to do that. Now, regarding the game's progress and how it's progressed over these last 3 months, if anyone was to ask me the question, am I happy with how far the game has come and how it's evolving and how it's progressing, and does the vision still remain the same for the game? Yes. I'm extremely happy with the progress that's been made. I'm extremely happy with the systems that have been put in place, and I'm happy with the amount of skills that have been put in place. Each and every week, there's always something that makes the game better than it previously was. Now, these could be simple things such as a home teleport, a teleport system. Now, regarding the current pace that I've been going at, I think for me being the solo dev, I'm extremely happy with the pace. I only develop at night, so I just wanted to put that out there. And oh yeah, in case anyone hasn't seen it, this is the currently building system. So I'll show you how it works. So you can see currently that down here, if you can see that on YouTube, the layers for the cooking building are now turned on. So when we get a certain distance from where the object transform is, we basically enable layers and disable layers on the tile map. So we have different tile maps for each of these buildings, for each of their layers, and then when we get close enough in proximity, we disable them. This basically gives us a nice interior without being too complicated. So I'm very happy with this system. Now, regarding if anyone is still here and watching, thank you very much, and I generally appreciate that. Generally appreciate the love that the series has been getting so far. I'm a first-time dev, first-time YouTuber in this regards, and yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone. And there's a Discord server if you would like to join the Bloobs community. There's all my social links down in the description. And I've also recently opened up a Patreon just to help support the game, because I have been getting custom art made by Kaio, the maker of Raven Fantasy tile sets, which I use throughout the Bloobs Adventure Idle. He made the new Bloob character as well, and yeah, it'd be great, one, to get him more commission work, two, to have a lot more custom art made for the game, and three, we can also then start giving our composer more more work to do because I can't hire people without the funds. So basically, I've been going month to month for the paychecks and seeing if I can scrape anything off the top and putting it to Bleeds whenever I can. So if people would like to go and join over there, you are more than welcome. If not, just join the Discord, be in the community. You do you. I'm happy that you're even watching the video. Anyway, all I was going to say for now is, yeah, if you liked it, like it. If you want to subscribe, go ahead, follow the journey. I'm going to post another one of these in 3 months to see how different the game looks from now till then. And I'll see you in the next one.